Hello and welcome to the Deb channel. Today I'm going to be talking about hypersexuality and my experience with it. This is kind of hard for me because, I have dealt with it, since I was a teenager. It might have been partly hormones, but being that I'm bipolar 1, there's probably a little bit of it. First off, let me just go over what hypersexuality is, and that is, according to Psych Central, hypersexuality is sex addiction, or hypersexuality is defined as a dysfunctional preoccupation with sexual fantasy, often in combination with the obsessive pursuit of casual or non-intimate sex, pornography, compulsive masturbation, romantic intensity, and objectified partner sex for a period of at least 6 months. So, that is their definition of it. Now that we got the definition part out of the way, I have been dealing with it for a long time, although nobody has ever said, hey, this is what you could deal with your bipolar. In fact, in my psychological evaluations, I was only diagnosed with major depressive disorder. In 2005, I found out that I was bipolar 2, which deals with hypomania. And then I realized, wait a minute, that really can't be right because I'm overspending. I do have hypersexuality. I feel like I'm on top of the world in my mania state, which again, the hypersexuality and stuff. I have all these projects going in my mania. I'm goofy and giddy. I'm talking about my mania state here, okay? Right now. And I'm just happy, go lucky, and all of that. And that can last a couple hours to 2 weeks or longer. So then after that ends, then I go into a deep depression. We're talking like suicidal thoughts, just deep and dark. So when I got my new therapist recently, I told her, I said, I think I was misdiagnosed because I don't suffer from hypomania, which the hypomania, you're quite opposite from what I just explained here. You just don't do those kind of things. So she asked me, okay, well then what do you experience? And I told her, basically everything I just said. She's like, you're right. So you're bipolar 1. So now on to the hypersexuality. I just recently watched a video, and the guy on there said that you rarely see anybody talk about it. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do my video on my experience because it is something that needs to be talked about. And it is very hard to talk about, because why would anybody want to talk about their infidelities in a marriage? You know, putting it out there for hundreds, thousands, millions, the entire world to see. But in this case, it does need to be talked about. And so it begins. In all the relationships I've had, I have cheated. Yeah, sometimes it was revenge because I found out they cheated on me. For the most part, it was I wasn't satisfied. It wasn't because they weren't good, okay? But I just couldn't get enough. It started out multiple masturbations throughout the day. I'd say 5 or more. When I was old enough, like 18, looking at pornography sites, like the free ones, of course. Didn't really want to spend the money to pay for something that I was only gonna be looking at, like, I don't know, 2, 3, 5 minute videos. So anyway, I look at those all day long, and I still do sometimes. Anyway, and then it progressed from there. My husband and I became swingers, thinking that, oh yeah, it would be good because then I wouldn't cheat. But then I cheated more than once, and he's the type of guy, you know what, we're not gonna end this, we're gonna fix it. And we go to couples counseling, and I do it again. Well, up until this last time, I was like, I'm gonna find a name for this. There has to be something going on. So I found out it was hypersexuality, and I found some tools that I could, tools, coping skills, whatever you want to call them, to try out. And so far, it's doing good. I still do look at pornography and do my thing, but I haven't cheated, so that's a plus. And I am in therapy, so that's good. I am open with him about it, my husband, and everything, so that's good. Going a little bit backwards here, I did go from normal sex to wanting it more rougher, so I found BDSM, and while we were swinging, people willing, and so then I went to BDSM, and I really liked that, and well, my husband didn't, so I was actively pursuing that as well. And along with the cheating, it wasn't like love interests or anything like that. It was more like one night stands. You would do the one night stands, and then it was over with, It wasn't like, oh, I love you, blah, 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 things like that. So I just basically wanted to do this video to let people know that are suffering bipolar 1 that you're not alone, and don't be afraid to talk about it with your therapist and your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend or family if you're okay to talk about it with them, and bring it up to your therapist if you haven't and it's an issue, because you can get STDs from it. It's risky behavior. And see what resources are available to you. So hit the subscribe button and the notifications and share this video. And thanks for watching. Bye.